Live from the NBC Montana studios, this is NBC Montana Today.
Good morning, Montana. I'm Jason Hurst. As you pour your coffee and make breakfast, we want you to know more about the rain and snow that you see out your window. So Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has that information coming up in 30 seconds. But now let's get you caught up on what you might have missed while you were sleeping and get you prepared for your Thursday. So coming up, we have tips on how you can both celebrate and produce less waste this holiday season. We are working for you in getting answers as to why tents and other items belonging to the homeless in Bozeman are being thrown away. And a Butte animal shelter is at capacity. What's the next step to help animals in need?
Well, the time is 6:30 on a Thursday morning, and finally some snow for you in the Flathead. Snow cover conditions for you in and around Kalispell. Current temperatures at 33. Snow levels, temperatures all going up today. So I'm not going to say don't bother shoveling your sidewalk, but a lot of that snow is definitely going to melt off for you as we move into midday on into the afternoon. We're at 36 right now in Missoula, 26 in Bozeman, 23 right now in Butte, so a lot warmer than you were yesterday. Now, southwest Montana, you're going to see a couple isolated showers early in the day, but really the bulk of our wet weather is going to impact northwest and west central Montana. So notice that green, that's a little bit of rain for you this morning through the Bitterroot Valley. Could have some wet roadways for your drive in. Overall, chance of showers, generally in the form of rain for us in Missoula as we head through lunchtime. For southwest Montana, isolated threat this morning, then drier skies this afternoon. But we've got an atmospheric river, a steady stream of moisture moving in. I'll have everything you need to know about how it's going to impact your outdoor plans in 10 minutes.
A new effort is underway in Missoula to make the holiday season more sustainable. NBC Montana's Dominic Vidiello explains how advocates are working to make celebrations less wasteful.
It's that time of the year when families are getting together. With massive feasts and gifts being passed around, it can also be an expensive and wasteful time. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, from Thanksgiving until the new year, Americans produce 25% more waste. That's 1 million more tons per week.
Just sharing ideas about how through the season of holidays, how we can be mindful about reducing our waste and really still celebrating traditions, but being thoughtful.
At-home resource in Missoula, advocates are sharing ways to reduce waste from the holidays, hoping to make a difference in the community and your wallet. For gift giving, that can look like reusing gift wrapping, thrifting instead of buying new, giving digital gifts, or giving an experience instead of a physical item. And cutting back on waste goes beyond gifts as the holiday brings families together around the table for big meals.
When we send food waste to the landfill, it breaks down without oxygen and it creates methane, which is a greenhouse gas that is 28 times more potent than carbon dioxide. So really there's this really big implication of our waste.
Ways to help include recycling, composting unfinished leftovers, and sending all guests home with leftovers, and so many more options.
Small actions really add up.
If you want to learn more about how to reduce your holiday waste, head to my article at NBCMontana.com. Reporting in Missoula, Dominic Vidiello, NBC Montana.
In Butte, the city-county animal shelter is no longer accepting surrenders after 7 dogs were abandoned, dumped, or surrendered in a span of just a few hours on Friday. Now they are urgently looking for people to adopt their dogs. The Chelsea Bailey Animal Shelter is at capacity with 21 of their 24 kennels occupied, as the other 3 are for strays, emergency situations, and court holds. For people needing to surrender a dog, they can call the shelter to get on a waiting list. The newly renovated shelter is now open for walk-ins Tuesday through Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. for people to visit with the furry friends available for adoption.
Stop in, you can go in our kennels, you can look at our dogs, you can take them out into the yard and play with them and meet them. You can even sign up to take them overnight. See if you like them, see how they get along.
Through the end of the year, the shelter is waiving dog adoption fees for anyone that donates 25 pounds or more of unopened dog or cat food. Fostering is also an option for potential adoptees. They also have plenty of cats available for adoption. We are following up after a viewer reached out to us with concerns that they're seeing Bozeman city staff scoop up tents and other items belonging to the homeless community and throwing the items in a dumpster. NBC Montana's Michael Sanctus-Scoy digs into the problem to find out what's behind it.
Pastor Edward McGore and his team are going around different homeless camps around Montana, cleaning up trash for over 40 days, and planning to film a student project in Bozeman. Matt Gore tells me he saw signs saying street cleanup was set to take place last week, but what he saw instead put him in disbelief.
They brought in a gigantic front loader and started grabbing people's tents out of the right-of-way and putting them in a big 40-yard dumpster, which just got hauled off right over here. We got a video of that.
Matt Gore showed me the video of the front loader hauling away people's tents and belongings. He also showed me a video of himself dragging a tent a half a mile back to where they were set up.
They were hoping to come back tonight to sleep in their tent. And it's heartbreaking. Where do we live? You know, and the warming center's already full up.
I drove down to the Public Safety Center to speak to Neighborhood Services to find out why people's tents and belongings were taken.
With Ordinance 2147, we started a monthly cleanup. What that entails is posting out signs, areas to be clean. They're big orange signs that we put on grade stakes and then post in areas that we intend to clean up. It's not anything out of the ordinary from last Thursday that we've done on a monthly basis.
Bailey says code enforcement officers are out daily checking on campers and tents to make sure they're abandoned before they get removed. However, if a tent gets taken on accident, Bailey encourages folks to reach out to him to get their belongings back. Bailey adds there's a process outlined in state law for the city to hang on to people's belongings for 30 days before getting rid of it.
The new permit system will go into effect this week, and tents will be illegal to have in the public right-of-way. Bailey says code enforcement is doing what they can to ease people into the new law. In Bozeman, Michael Santoscoy, NBC Montana.
A new clinic is expanding access to mental health care in Bozeman. A newly launched pilot program offering walk-in mental health services aims to help fill a resource gap in the community.
There really hasn't been anything like this program in our community.
The walk-in clinic offers immediate support through counseling and psychiatric services, as well as help to set up patients with outpatient and primary care and connect them to resources like housing and nutrition aid. In the clinic's first 8 weeks of operation, 35 patients accessed walk-in care. Now, over the next 8 months, Bozeman Health will continue to analyze the data to determine whether the clinic will be able to meet the community's needs for transitional mental health care services that run in the long run. The American Red Cross will hold its final Whitefish Community Blood Drive of the year later today. Now, it will take place at the Wave Aquatic and Fitness Center from 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Organizers are seeing a big increase in the number of those donating, from around 30 to 40 people at the first blood drive to over 100 signed just up for today. Now, there are a few slots still available for those interested.
If someone has never donated in the past, I would like to encourage them to give it a try sometime. And I know that it's such a rewarding feeling knowing that you are helping to save lives.
This year, the Red Cross is teaming up with the series Friends for the show's 30th anniversary to give residents who donate blood 2 pairs of special edition Friends-themed socks. The collaboration will run through December 8th while supplies last. For details, head on over to our homepage at NBCMontana.com. Montana Red Cross Cat Grizz blood battle, well, those results are in. And Montana State Bobcats, they claim victory, out-donating their University of Montana Grizz rivals to provide life-saving blood for Montana patients. Bobcat Nation donated 105 units of blood, while the Grizz faithful gave 95 units. Each November, fans from both teams square off to see which school can donate the most during a series of blood drives in Bozeman and Missoula leading up to Brawl of the Wild. Red Cross has partnered with the two universities in this friendly competition for more than 20 years. Now, in the last 10 years alone, the blood battle has brought in more than 2,000 units of life-saving blood that cancer patients, expecting moms, and accident victims depend on. And now we visit with Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster, who is standing by. Brooke, it's 20 minutes to 7 there. I guess those kids getting ready for the bus stop? Are they going to have to bundle up, stay dry? What's the forecast?
You know, definitely need some rain gear. We've got some wet weather that's going to move in. We picked up a little bit of snow overnight in northwest Montana, so remind those kiddos in Kalispell, sidewalks, crosswalks could be a bit slick this morning. Scattered wet conditions for us in and around Missoula. And as we move throughout the day today, we're going to track the threat of wet weather. Kalispell, you've got the best chance of seeing showers as we move throughout the day. With snow levels increasing and temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, that precipitation is likely going to fall as rain. For Missoula bus stop forecast, spotty showers 37 at lunchtime, 43 as we head into that 3 to 4 o'clock hour. We are going to change back to snow, but not until the weekend. I'll tell you what's going to happen this weekend and how it's going to impact Thanksgiving week coming up in about 10 minutes.
Coming up, coaches say it all the time, their team is a family. Well, that's literally the case as one father-son duo look to win a football state title. That story is next. And if you are using space heaters to stay warm this winter, we have some safety tips.